an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit.
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, you're left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We got protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no pops. These Moloch worshiping pedophiles wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher, no am I some pastor or preacher. Was released from prison with this passion to speak of. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Nah, bro. Come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive.
I do it die for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide down. Blue sky but high ground. My crown slash helmet, so my aircraft stealth spit. Can't be tied down or even seat belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked, it caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt it vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. You must all on some ice, some velvet shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real, monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, she's a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly zone, haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the still a hand, but we're healer man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow our set standards. To catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as your goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, while I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm data space AC, y'all. Buster stuck in the case, just face off. Actor and shape the state, use a fake, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing the step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, spray the adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel of a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas carol lies what your fans get. Your worlds and perils what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top to see the shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Who wants to get his own crew? Everybody wants to get his own crew rich. And then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. I don't want to go for the pastor. I go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and crackers can't stand me. You niggas that know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
So, y'all really thought that I was done with y'all? Nah, I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the sci-fi. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox, and got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Yeah, they're blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real some. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and it's on the floor. Should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Could've blown it in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle. To who holds the pistol. The debate was about who holds who the fizzle. Disregarding the original issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than weak. A sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet. Or turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence. OC disguise compliance. Silence by guidance. From conspiring to novice. Other aspirants of violence. Tyrants of fire. Trying to height. I'm trying to fight. And if virus and migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my head, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, murders, creeps, and hype. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm not quiet. My refinement and confinement and requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, don't wreck. Drill music for real. My soul ain't don't possess. Real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big monsters come full circle, so vacate the premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau or Big Mac. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Akichiwa. Signs and symbols are for the conscious mind, y'all. And with that on the temple, draw. I had a vision the past night, yeah, a circulus round, created successful reality from a virtual now. How? stand on my square cause they usurp your power. Them same little sneaky breezies that'll hurt you, they smile all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bras but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall kittens while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through them tall gold gates. Draw magic circle around me to keep me from harm. The law fat checks purposely but peep me, I'm calm. Water, fire, air, earth, turn me from that beast to a bomb. Blow the joint, this split the range, the plane, the center means I've encompassed my inner demons. 490-degree angles guarded by angel of shiny elite angels. Thank you, and I of course am the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well at least I'll fly in plain view. I am my circle, how I govern four corners. Wise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Out of state, out of place, in the space they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. How we call when bro and I spit flows, dope man fly in the shell that shower Hampton kept slow. Stay high, years later he's the same degree, just gained density. Gave my since he's hostage. I prayed I could save, I behave by locals. I've raised my moral ground, way have my character. Stay fly, the conduct squared up. Self-esteem today, sky, no God on what the world's been waiting for the days now. May I say and I don't abide by the same ethics. They fan respect, yet obtain the credit for keeping the opulence erect. But with strange essence, but the epic of my name will reign and remain epic. Circumscribed by passions, my squares, my lift. Ask, is it worth the ride? Yeah, it's rare I spit, but the beat's churchified, so I bear my shit. It hurt, I cried, this kitten that it tried to eclipse my soul, bounce back from it. Announce it, I'm done with being the sacrificial lamb. The jungle, I run it, thus the lion conquereth over this numbness. Made a conscious shift, even in darkness, the sunlit. On you false lights, don't have to be gold to glitter. Actors look the part, but just for show, go figure. You dig, pounding you bamboo or gorilla. I'm built like a silverback with hella track, no illa max than me. Master built her back, originally pretty, take the mask off. 360 on my square, see the circle, if not your mask off. You plumage, dash or salt, the dialogue's trash talk, your past loss. Leave a footprints in the asphalt. You for outline correction, last fall. I blast off my crash wall to the next sense of living. Sexually, sex, someone's ass off. When she walked that ass off, I talk back to it like who makes sure Yanni sing. Her response, she dons me king. So Rudy gave me the script, my ops the prescription. This is my vision's description. Listen, I'm standing on mine, my circle is me. I absorb your hate to make it work for me. Transform into fuel as I evolve. Advance is abnormal, dormant, form and leave y'all. Right where y'all started at. Let me impart a fact. She'll be sitting in my ship as we chart the map. Thinking in destiny, the turtle and the hare. Acknowledge me as the circle and the square. Yeah. Now watch time and space rock a great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her made the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her made the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when the rhyme and bass rock. I rose up, took a shower, purified my arc field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown sharp, report and heal. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. It's the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path. Simple, highest form, spirituality, how you teach math. A humble beast and still a beast. Now feel the beast wrath, rain fire upon them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroy this de facto government and its quorums. Establish Big Ma's house so she may restore him. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray, my art heard make the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face, marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The legs host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and smash. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grips of their cash. Sad can't watch videos without the subliminals, predictive programming, weirdo sprung minstrel shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, black minerals, the water and skies are fried. New with chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next pop to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flow like carp fishing, 100% fresh salt water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, but she's the best part. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray, my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray, my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when the rhyme and bass drops.
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. It's time for a change, got a bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution styles too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, by God, it's overdue and your time is to the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the planet for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down with suppressors in a war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger prophet like Farrakhan, backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the plentiful sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Or kneels too late when the caps get built. Don't believe it, TC type. Going hits close up. You gotta act the bone when it gets the dome. When the sun is on, all red and my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I write. From above, I've been given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' rid them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every little thing. It's such a gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, if you taught that from school, everywhere, big business, you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme, push, step, crush. That's how it all is, and it's like, nobody ever stopped.
Total Mac, man, that mug be hitting, man. Gotta change a couple things. I wrote some stuff, man, because we gotta get away from that Farrakhan shit, you know what I'm saying? Can't have that's bad mojo, all right? Anyone who is alive, first of all, salutations, all right? Let me shout y'all out and we'll get into it, all right? Dev D, Baby Girl Slaughter, what's going on, y'all? Roy Davenport, Kira Meal, what's going on? What's happening? Got some, you know, it's like a boss's up here who's working, right? Charles Johnson, what's cracking? What's going on, beloved? What's happening? What's happening? Got old Max V. Hope you guys can hold on. I know it's a Thursday. I don't get into it. And Carrie, what's up, mama? I ain't see my man Hinkle, which call Fred from Indiana, but everybody, welcome, Millennial, if she comes in. Anyway, yeah. Oh, we got to get. I got some other stuff we can use other than Farrah fucking douche. And look, I got some videos I'm going to upload. I didn't upload them because I actually erased 3 of them because I got some more information. Y'all know Jake Shields, right? He actually, me and him was chatting, and he hit me up with a couple videos because I couldn't download them. I was like, yo, man, why can't we download it? And he went through my stuff, and he was like, you guy from New York? Yeah, I used to go to the UFCs in the beginning, yeah, arguing with everybody, me and one and all that. Because a lot of people don't know that I studied under one of Gracie's nephews, like Gracie's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like for real. For about, it doesn't matter what belt. Like I said, you know, we can go to the ground any day. I'm all good with it. Simone, bone breaking, ligament, whatever. All right, but regardless of that, so I have some more good stuff to upload. Now, one of them I'm going to use. I actually paid for the other. I'm using Cashapp, right? But I paid for the other one. I forgot I was paying for it, so I can do an in video. So I can actually pause it, and even though a couple other guys showed me how to do it on the other crap, because I'm not all into this, so you know I'm not gimmicky, but I want to be able to pause something, speak on something without being too negative. But this is the what if, because we always do that. We downplay. I want to be safe on here. I don't want to get demonetized. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. What control is that, right? Let me read something, okay? And this is for animal lovers. But I want you to look at it and then look at yourself. A lot of these things, because a lot of people know I volunteer with the SPCA and the ASPC, right? Over in New York and in Florida, right? I work with the white wolves, or gray wolves, right? For about 9 months, a year. Like, hey, what's up, biggins? Anyway, a lot of people don't know this, right? When it comes to dogs, pay attention. You know, I had a service dog, right? I've owned dogs all my life. I hate saying own, but clearly y'all dig it, you understand. Hey, Fred, I knew you was up there. Hey, what's on, but anyway, right? A lot of people don't know, how many of you have ever had a dog and you thought they were old? You know what's funny? I had a miniature collie that lived to be 21 years. I was gone roughly. I would come back out of Aristotle London Lee. That was my miniature collie, looking like Lassie, little tiny version. We had since before I was a tween. When I went in the military, that's how long, okay? Yes, child abuse to having a little dog given to my grandmother for me by Peyton's Fun with Cooking Done. Yes, that Jew. My grandmother took care of him to his last day. He paid for a number of our family reunions. He was more respectful of who we were, knowing that we were autochthonous. There was only one person in my family that used the word autochthonous, so where I got it from. I didn't even know it was in the dictionary because I never read it. You know, I tried that Malcolm X crap and read the whole dictionary. I was too busy reading too much stuff to sit there and engorge myself. I cleared it though. But so that dog lived to be 21. How many of your dogs are living this to be 13 and 15? Do you think that's how long they're supposed to live? How many of you have had dogs or seen people with dogs that look like they're emancipated? And the people are so ignorant to have them. So they put them out in the yard and they succumb, looking like they were starved to death. They weren't. Now I want you to look at this as far as parasites and the diseases in the world. Let me read this to you. A lot of people don't know about the inflammatory bowel, IBD, right? Inflammatory bowel disease in dogs. Well, if you start looking at IBD, you know, you've got IBD. What is the difference? Okay, you have the chronic one. Let's read this first and then we'll get into that. IBD are chronic CE in dogs and cats, right? Inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, also known as chronic enteropathy, okay? CE, I'm surprised after all the medical training I would remember that. Anyway, it's one of the most common causes of chronic vomiting, it's medical, diarrhea, and a whole list of other things. So there are three types. You have ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, that some of you may have, pain and flare-ups, and you don't know this, right? And you have, listen to this, indeterminate colitis, indeterminate, like undecided. Now, why am I saying this? A lot of people don't know this, that sometimes your animals that you have been, that's why I say stop listening to these doctors talking about eat meat, you'll be fine. Yeah, as long as the meat is not poison, Bavaria, and a few other things, nitrites and all that kind of crap, those things encourage and feed parasites. That's what you don't know. Now these, I hate saying the words, I hate saying the name. You know what I'm talking about. These bastards have been very well utilizing individuals to further this. Now, what you don't know about it, it's from allergies based on parasitical organisms. Just research it and you'll put it together. Don't listen to these goofy ass doctors out here who are being paid 6-7 figures to further, you know, okay? And they'll argue that. They'll argue in their emotions and feelings. How dare you? I'm a doctor, as if they're really an authority. They're told by the upper up that if they have these smocks, this, that, and the other, and all these years of college, regardless of what happens, they're the authority as far as medical. No, they're not, because you know what? If they were and they were honest, they would have told you we can write a script based on the dietary consumption to change what's going on with your vision, your hair loss, and this, that, and other. No, they work for Big Pharma. Who is behind Big Pharma? It's not just BlackRock. It's not just the gray and black Pope. It's changed now, right? It's not that. It's beyond that. A lot of times your animals are suffering from IBD and CEEC and IC, all the other ones, because they have what's called meat sensitivity. Your damn dogs will survive and live even longer off of a vegan fucking diet. Now, I had people sit there wanting to say something. I've seen it and witnessed it myself, and even my dog, Aristotle, lived 21. Well, if I'd have been there, might have made it to 25. Now, look up a miniature collie and see how long their so-called life expectancy is. First of all, it was good energy from bad energy. It was the playing, the going out, the sun. We weren't sitting up like this all day, eyes stuck on, you know what I'm saying? I do it for learning. I can't sit there and make anybody come in this head of mine, all right? The reality is the reality. Harry liked vegetables and carrots and fruit more than he did kibbles and meat. Now, he had a history when he was about 4 and 5 of jumping up on the table, his little short ass. So we had one of them old Victorian Tartarian tables, ancient, passed down the family. All our stuff in our house was ancient, all right? Redwood, oak, and all that. Yes. Teak. Yes, beds were very heavy, like, you know, hump straps, break your back, you know what I mean? Real stuff, okay? And after he ate the subs, we came back from Thanksgiving. Mama had the table up and all the cake, and it did chocolate and kill him. Turkey spread all through the floor, the giblet juice, homemade. He wasn't big on the carb and the mac and cheese, but the damn salad and all that other stuff, because she had laid it out. Came and got us, because that's the day when she, you know what I'm saying? And we came home and it was everywhere. He was laid over there by the you know, the fireplace, looked like a tick. Now, he was in a bad way for a week. But after that, my dog ate a lot of what I ate, because I ate mostly fruits and vegetables. And Harry lay in my bed. That's right, he was clean, he was mine. And I belonged to him. But I seen other dogs who were fed real well. My boy Eric Hoffman and all of them, with Satan and all the other dogs they had, the Dobermans, looking emancipated, popping out babies. Really couldn't eat a lot of meat. But they'd eat it. They scarf it down. Didn't have diarrhea, throwing up, and everything else. It's because their body couldn't digest the meat protein. Couldn't synthesize it. But you get pre-digested vegetables and all that other stuff. You know, you ever seen pre-digested protein that has nothing to do with meat but plant-based? Y'all never had that? We used to do that with yogurt and goat milk and eat that up with blueberries and strawberries and raspberries. Dude, you test the aisle. Listen here. But anyway, Go crazy for that stuff. If I'm eating blueberries, good for the urinary tract, just like for women, just like men. All right. Pomegranate seeds. Went crazy over the pomegranate, played with it for hours, and then just go into it, and you couldn't even walk by me. You know what I mean? Banana. Come on, you think that little mutt? No, my little sister. My little brother. Excuse me, Aristotle. My little brother, because my last dog was a girl. Excuse me. All right. So anyway, my little brother, you would think that, you know what I'm saying, he was a gorilla or an ape or something, the way he would go at bananas and carrots and, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know this, but how does that apply to you? A lot of you, you know, we had the food pyramid, right? Which is utter disharmonic BS. They always say eating grains is bad. Well, grains is fiber. And if our people were living over 100, and my great-granduncle said they knew people over 200 and fighting in that fake civil war, that fake history that came from out of it. And they said maybe even older, because nobody really paid attention to how old they were. They didn't celebrate that crap. You have a system that is geared for your destruction only because of your ignorance. Now, what if? I don't care about them watching. They ain't gonna stop a goddamn thing. This is hypothetical. What if we, the true sons and daughters of Shem, regardless of pale skins and all, because the majority of pale skins and people with straight hair and everything, not all, majority, I said. So don't include yourself in there, because some of y'all are very emotionally unstable, not rational men, and some of you are very in your feelings and not strong, the strength that you're supposed to be, women. So listen to this. What if we did come together, take all the mentally ill, the ones who choose to be that way, are based off of poisons and toxins applied by the big pharma, petroleum based and all the synthetic crap that your body cannot. That's like right now, RFK come out with that blue, whatever that crap is. It's all over Instagram, Facebook. I'm not even talking about it. It's everywhere. Better leave that stuff alone. Anyway, right? Because it's not meant for everyone. Anyway, what if, outside of the religious dynamic, because the Torah, a lot of y'all, I know it bothers you, and I don't care. The Torah is of Hashatan too, if you want to use the term, Satan. The biggest job for that motherfucker, regardless of what it is, dimensional, whatever, is to make you believe it don't exist, while putting it all in your face with the most stupid individuals. If we started living accordingly, the destruction, all those who would go against us, regardless of weapons, establishing our foundation with creation as the creators. I'm not going to sit here talking about our inventions and what we did and the fact that we built Tartary and everything else, because it's easily dismissed by the ignorant and the arrogance, because incubator babies and Cabbage Patch children weren't just here in America, they were in Russia. They were in, during our fall, because I have videos of us walking through the Grand Tartary cities. I'm not going to keep talking about the Arab Khazarians and the original Scots and the Irish, the true people of the land, which that's not what the name of the land is, just like Japan and China. That's not the name. It is to be inclusive to the new people or those who betrayed, because it doesn't mean that these individuals didn't exist. You can manipulate any minds when you bring people back into the fold, especially after 1 or 2 generations to get the numbers to fight based on what you are saying. What if we stop playing? Override the fluoride. Override the PFASs. Yes, override. You. Don't let the mind be triggered by the symposium of the knowledge given to show that you really are of creation and the creator of creation. I can't go deep into it. I've given enough puzzle pieces. But why is it that we are supposed to pay attention to all the people who are failing themselves because they don't know they're failing themselves? Why is it that we want to prove something, negate it to sources and references, but we don't want to look deeper than that to be able to look back at ourselves, always outside? What is so hard to see? How is it that people can be given our identity and be allowed? What kind of control is that? First of all, Any of y'all read the Bill of Rights and the Constitution? How are lobbyists going to control the narrative? I know we're going to go into that, but they're all related. They put who they want for you to vote so they can manipulate. They've already put them in your bill. Why is it that you still holding on to it? I was reaching out to Jesse McCullough. He's in the film. He's worked with Bill Dukes, a whole lot of individuals, right? And I said, well, why don't we do a movie? This idiot is so stuck. He's a Hebrew now. So stuck in what he's doing that he can't even lament a different place to say, yeah, when we get the individuals together, we get a screenwrite, we can get people together. Damn, you partake into it just because you're going to record, and we can make our own stuff. We don't have to be this little iguana gecko looking, bubbly-eyed critter, you know what I'm saying, walking around talking about, making Malcolm and this, that, and the other, Spike Lee and the one that passed away. We don't have to be that idiot. We don't have to be none of them. See, we're so busy attempting to be everything else instead of being ourselves. What if we stop attempting to be everything else, put away all this crap, and really come together to be able to hold conversations that is not about others' destruction or whatever, but really about what it is? Because see, a lot of you have a hard time accepting that magic is real. It's real. I use another term, but it's real. Spells, talismans, it's all real. I don't mean for you to sit there and lament on it and, all right, and further put yourself into that, into that crevice, of this perversion. We fell for a reason, whether this upon decision or not. Somebody had the hindsight to know something that nobody else did, and they knew if they said something, it would never come to fruition. That's all I can say to that. Why is it so hard? Because the majority of you are so indecisive. You feel that you're free because you say it. Yes, that's the beginning. You're far from it. Each and every one of you. What if in our communities we purchased the land based on a Caesar shit to reestablish our connection to the soil that isn't really gone but just broken? Okay? Own police departments, own regalia of a militia to not deal with the antisocial, this, that, and other disparities created by the enemy on our land who has been proactive in your further decimation. I'm not saying they wouldn't turn around and all of a sudden lift you up and put you back in your position. I'm not saying that. It was never nobody's position to do that. We have a world full of the most dumbest individuals running around, easily manipulated. And yet, here you are, still unwavering, regardless of the small percentage of ours that do. Every time I look at the charts, right, I hear these idiots. They're going to be talking about, oh, what a fine citizen and young man he was and all that. This is what the dumb racists. And they're really the dumbest. There's no hope for them. There's no saving for them. It's just not. The ones that change in the last couple of years, there is. The ones who've got it in their head, there is. The other ones, if you really read the Bible, and King James, he was not King James. Are y'all aware of that? I told you I went to Edinburgh, Scotland. I got to see the real deal. It wasn't King James. Anyway, stay on point. Get back to being with your children and playing and farming, and if you eat cattle and pork, whatever, raising your own stuff, your own livestock. I don't see where's the complication. The only complication I see is that the spell is so, I'm not attempting to give it more power than it already has. It's so powerful, y'all can't even venerate yourselves and see it. That's the reason why I got the book of Tiamat and all that other stuff, all the deep dark secrets, and a lot of it's manipulated. Satanic stuff and all that, Luciferian, whatever, right? And In order to have the name Lucifer, you got to come from one diatribe. You cannot be out here talking about, I'm going to put Lucifer in my name because it sounds cool. Like, I'm going to put vampire things because I write Twilight Saga. You know, and yes, that's all feelings. That has nothing to do with reality. And then the perversion of it, it keeps you away from what may be something other than what you think, because the very ones claiming religion, this, that, and other, are doing the most hideous and perverse things. There's another group using the dynamic of who you was as a weapon against everybody else to sacrament and create World War III. Still wanting to go over to Iran, talking about in 5 years, with that bastard monkey tard Netanyahu talking about in 5 years, Iran to have nuclear weapons. They've been saying that since the damn 80s when I was a little knucklehead. 5 years, Iran will have nuclear weapons. It's like they was conditioning programming. Y'all really don't get how this works out. What if you stop listening to everything for a moment? And what if you start actually paying attention to the things that need to be paid attention to? I guess the parasites are strong. Aren't those body snatchers? I mean, there's a larvae that gets on beetles, on bees, on carpenter ants, and they take over the host, and they fly around with it, and they actually use the body until it's time's up to go and lay more eggs on other insects. You know, body snatchers, parasite. It's not just identities and place and people and reestablishing names. It's like a quirk, like My Hero Academy, you know, for those who are anime like myself. The Chinese joint, pretty good. Everything that you're dealing with is to increase the strength of the parasite, the organisms, no matter if it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, tapeworm, mealworm, whatever it may be. What if you was to deny your system the ability to process anything for it? You think that you have to know magic when the strongest weapon is thought? That's why they manipulate yours. What if you stop allowing yours to be manipulated and you manipulate your own? What if you stop dragging your ass and your knuckles on the ground like you're some damn primate and be the man and the one man that you're supposed to be? What if you stop worrying about what they're spraying? Who's got you in their sights? What if you allowed yourself a moment in this time to exist? I'm gonna show you how some things work. I mentioned it to Myers this morning. I said it's funny how people can act all stupid and think that it's gonna be all right. No, with me, I give up anything to bring people together. I left a $1,000 a month duplex, a mini condo. Well, it's not just a dream or vision, it's about people coming together. Sometimes you got to change things, have a hedgeway, because you know that you have to make sure that certain individuals are taken care of when other individuals can take care of themselves to an extent. People fall off and they think this is all right because they have to have a narrative based on the vile and the evil around them that they acclimate to. What if people decide to stop choosing to be around the vile, the evil, the wicked? Because that's for every action. Y'all know Newton's fake ass. For every action, right? There's an opposite. Doesn't always mean it's good in this time. See, right? I don't drop nobody's stuff, right? I don't mess with nobody's stuff. I like to fix. Sometimes I know that to be humble and not go all out. Like, I'm supposed to be welded, have a little weld out. I'm not here to be a braggart. Because that little simple thing right there, people are like, damn, nigga, good. I don't need that. Anybody can be good at anything. They can take anybody. You know, you got more people in prison who would be better, 1,000% better special operators than any of the ones out in the field today. Even the ones working with the higher aircraft and stuff. Maybe some are selected. You thought are dead. I'm just saying, stating a fact. You could take anyone and make them the head of a company. You could take anyone and teach them and guide their hand if it's steady on how to do a certain procedure. Anyone. At least not of Down syndrome or something else a little more. You know what I mean? Damage from a parasitical organism where it can't be too corrected, but it can still be managed as long as you get rid of the parasitical organism. You see what I'm saying? Because I know I have these young ladies and men, these young ladies and men who are bodybuilders and powerlifters who have Down syndrome. I had a student, Down syndrome, y'all would, it'd be hard to notice other than a little quick eye and the feature that kind of looks Asiatic, right? And the round, right? That smug became a black belt the same time I did in 9 months, because it's almost as if they had that other, you know what I'm saying? Autistic, something that catches them and it's like they become perfected. They perfect it. Okay? These are things to look at and think about. Because right now, people are still all over the place, in denial, refusing, part of something, thinking they're antagonistic, this, that, and other. When I tell you the powers within you, let's say they have a way with pain and everything else to destroy you physically. They want that scar to be in your spiritual soul, or whatever you want to call it, and that other existence of you. They want that, but over there, that's gone. It's not just a mistake they made, or they have made. It's beyond that. If it takes all this stuff to do all this, what do you think is on the other dynamic side? If it takes all the stuff they're doing, what do you think is over here? No one's seen. Some people go right back in the Tartary. Stop being ignorant for the moment. Just for a moment. Tartary didn't fail because of it. It fell because many of our people are still stuck in the magic. We're using the magic loosely. And a veil that hides the truth, discredits it, alienates it, and destroys it. Okay? Obviously, it's not destroyed. I'm only suggesting a what if. Does that mean you gotta get up and walk around with fringes and little, put some goofy thing on you? Not at all. Jeffrey Dahmer stated that if he would have never been caught, he would have kept going. Just like Chinko, what's that guy in Russia? Chinko, the one that was murdering the little children and doing the most vile things. They found him guilty. They sentenced him to death, took him downstairs, and whop whop, he was gone just like that. The fact that China every day executes 15 people and a lot of them innocent to keep. You see what I'm saying? People are still leaning on a government of malnutrition and manipulation. Our children are running around doing what they're doing because of the spell and the aurora of Hollywood and the music industry. What do industries do? Take something in and put something out, right? And if they ran by the Levins and the Kerners and the Kramers and all them, what makes you think that these homosexuals, these perversions, these pedophiles are giving you something out of the industry that is beneficial to you? If that's the case, not everybody be running around with tattoos all over their goddamn beautiful faces, doing all the disharmonious, broken things they do. Why is it that nobody's thought about this? I guess we still all have an appetite to feed an ego. A narcissistic. Do y'all know what a narcissist is? A narcissistic relative, or become the very narcissist that some are today, and moving in that vehicular homicide. Doom, 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 doom. With a whole bunch of crash test dummies. Like I said, I pay attention to everything. everything. And not because I want to. I had a voice come to me last night. Didn't show me nothing. Just talk to me. If it's all light and feathers and wings and all that, you're dealing with something bad. If it's in the darkness, saying stand you still, mind your manners, say nothing unless it need to be said, that's guidance. What if you allowed yourself to actually live? Later on, I'm coming out and read a little bit of Power Now, some more of that book, and the next chapter, and Claudio Nocelli's, my brother from Argentines, all right, his trip to the ice wall. But I want to read some things I want you to remember. Remember them little bricks. Anyway, I need you to remember. That you're not who you think you are. Hey, MLL, let's do it. Yeah, that's all simplistic stuff. This is beyond that, hon. But yes, very true. Not gonna deny none of that, Sharon. How you doing? You got Dev, right? You got Sharon, Fred, Carrie. Just want to make sure I shout everybody out. Gaia, we got a Kraji. Yes, Gaia, absolutely. Mother Earth, absolutely. It's good to laugh. It's good to dance. I'm tired of hearing people say, so-and-so can't dance. Look, your rhythm might be a little off. You might be up there. Well, find a rhythm. Find a beat that goes with it. Doom, 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 doom. Until you can learn to add a little snare, a little hi-hat. And then it becomes something different. Be fluid. Dance. I don't care if you fall out. Laugh like you never laughed. Smile like your face was going to wrap around to the back of your head and look like a butthole in the front. I don't know. Allow yourself to be. And don't just fake make it. Know that you're free. First step. Don't make yourself believe something that you know you're not. Be something that you can. All right? I'm going to sit here and drink my little chlorophyll. After I finish my tea, I'm going to sit out in the sun. This right here is 2 tablespoons of a cacao with a tablespoon and a half, or about 2 tablespoons, about a quarter of a cup, a little more than that, of chia seeds, and about a quarter cup of blueberries. I had to let it cool off. So I got to add a little more hot water, stir it up real good. See how the chia seeds are swelling up? You want it all through there. Oh yeah, fiber. Now, if you're allergic to chia seeds, you take a certain MOAIs and stuff like that. Be mindful you might have an allergic reaction to chia seeds. Okay? But this right here, fabulosa. Just gotta stir it up because you know chia seeds. Yeah, there we go. And they're swelling up still. Yeah. Because I know, and I'm gonna put some raspberries in there, make it kind of cool, you know. Everything you think you know, and this doesn't necessarily mean you don't know, but everything you think you know is still a lie. It's still a lie. Except for who you truly are. What you are. And even that shouldn't even be something to speak so much on, because if that wasn't the case, then why is it important for everybody else to play you in ignorance and dismiss you? And they haven't accomplished or done a goddamn thing. Stop being consistent to the stupidity. Be the Leviathan. Kane Johnson, what's up, beloved? Be the Leviathans that you are. I told you time is short. Real short. Time was created because it was never meant to be. Absolutely. Look within. But you got to be guided. It isn't like we had the best of stewards above us. Not knocking them. Like I said, the magic is real. But don't lament on that, because you feed it. The opposite direction. All right? I'm going to go ahead and sign off and sit out in the sun. Grab me a book. Finish this tea up. Get that damn chlorophyll down. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna ask you one more thing. Men who are gay, what are they doing? Don't get all nasty. What are they doing? The ones that consider themselves feminine, what are they doing? Men. They're acting. No matter the pleasure, the attraction, they are acting. And if you want some of the best actors to be very emotional, to drive that train, to be all up in their feelings, to be irrational, to emulate a strength never meant for them, but you want to manipulate the audience to move the crowd. These are the simpler things. The indoctrination, the inductation, and the new documentation. You know what I'm saying? What was that, King? They never experienced real love, no matter our backgrounds. We all have some. Yeah. Yeah. No one answer or question is wrong. Remember always saying, stop looking for something. Go back to nothing. That's when you round that curve and you see the mountain for what it really is. You see the valley for what it truly is. And you see the road in a straight and narrow. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. Just want y'all think about it, because there's so many what ifs. Don't get caught up in it. What if? Because our people are moving sloppily. We still have a bunch of out of Africa idiots. We still have a bunch of, and I don't say that to be harsh and mean, but I say it because you got to be assertive about certain things. We still have this increment of a stagnated ideology. People who look one, maybe two-dimensional at things, what suits and fits them. Some can say, yeah, but you're trying to be us, you're trying to suit and fit. There's more information about who we are compared to the information about who others are. They just choose to ignore that because it's uncomfortable, irrational, in their feelings, lethargic. Yo, Haas, what's going on? baby. What's going on, baby boy? Okay. I was supposed to go live last night with Westside. He's probably trying to reach it, but y'all know that Verizon's a bunch of retards, and they're trying to charge me for some bullshit I've always paid. Even when I came out, double paid. For some reason, I think somebody stole money, and they think like they're perfect, and they're far from it. I asked a couple of them who invented the cell phone. They didn't have a clue. They was just good, obedient slaves. Anyway, I'm not going to pay it. It's just not going to happen. Never. So you can message me and all that other stuff. You know, that's why they have Instagram. We have Instagram. That's why we have, you know, the Facebook and with logbook, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. You can still reach out to me. You see what I'm saying? This thing is very powerful, even with the most tedious and small things. But if you bow and bend and give sway to anything, what does that say about you? The what ifs. Stop being what they've created. Stop attempting to create yourself into something else. Be who the fuck you're supposed to be. All right? Appreciate you guys. Sisters and brothers, see you guys later.